this is a presentation that I made that's about using your local library. So the introduction is, welcome, my name is Crystal and I'll be showing a presentation on why libraries are beneficial. If for any reason at any time you feel unwell or unsafe, exits down the hall and through the door. So I'll start off by asking you a few questions. What do you think of when you think library?
Books.
Is that all?
Reading.
And knowledge.
Knowledge. Nothing else?
No.
Quiet.
Okay. When was the last time you visited a library and what was the reason, if you can recall?
Last time was to take your books back.
My books?
But
When?
About 15 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
What about you?
Me, you know, when you guys were small. Yeah, that was ages ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't visit libraries much then?
No, we
Don't have time for that.
Okay. So this is about the history of libraries. Libraries were originally more so used to store information, religious material. These items weren't actually available to the public and only those of a certain class could access them. They also couldn't be taken outside the library. Eventually, obviously, this changed and libraries became the community-based environment we use today that are not conditioned. Libraries have adapted. Contrary to popular belief, libraries are in fact not going out of fashion and are still used by people every day for many different reasons, from those of all ages, backgrounds, occupations and needs. They have adapted well to today's digital world and continue to grow with changes that arise or new technology that may help their community. These are some facts about libraries. Unlike Google, and other search engines, libraries only contain facts and information that you can rely on, especially if you're doing a task for school or work. The internet is filled with passed down information that can eventually get twisted into false information, or it can be biased. This is not how libraries run. Libraries do not only contain books and other readable content. Librarians are there to help you and are understanding to every situation they come across. Does everything make sense so far?
Yep.
Yes.
Do you have any questions or anything?
No, like it says, it's not just books to read. You got papers, local papers and other papers, and
Access to computers too.
yes, and you got music. You got CDs and things.
Yeah.
And especially a lot of documentaries on DVDs too.
Yeah, there's a lot, and we'll go through that soon. So
that's what they mean by it keeps updating.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was mostly based on readable information, but now it's different material.
Not a lot of the stuff on the internet is a reliable source.
Yeah, exactly. Libraries are very good like that.
Yeah.
It's always
you can depend on that.
Yeah, exactly. So this now is going to be a video on what librarians wish you knew about libraries, and this is something I found on YouTube.
This video is sponsored by Audible. Where do we start? We'll help you do anything you want. If you need to find an address, we'll help you find an address and we'll give you directions on how to get there. If you need a literacy program, if you want to learn how to read, don't be embarrassed. Come to the library. We have those. We can help you find a job. We can loan you a tie so that you can go on your interview. We have a tie-brary at our Jamaica Central Library. So we can help you do anything you need to do.
There's free homework help for families. We accept everybody, immigrants and all. We protect their privacy.
One thing I wish people knew is that librarians spend a lot of time picking out books for all kinds of people, and we spend a lot of time
got different people, different interests, different backgrounds.
I wish people knew about the school library that we do a lot of reading and we do a lot of book recommending, but we also teach lessons. And so we do a lot of teaching as well.
I don't think people realize just how much we can recommend a book to them, and we do something called a reference interview where we'll ask them questions about what they like and whatnot. So we tailor the books. So we're not just pulling something off the shelf.
I wish they knew that it's an area for experimentation. We have a lot of programs that involve making things. We have a lot of community space. It's not as quiet a space as some might think. There's a section for that, but there's a lot of activity I think people see today that they wouldn't normally expect by coming into a library.
I wish people knew that we have more than just books. We have other media, other forms of entertainment, programs, events. Like I think a lot of people don't know. They think, oh, it's just a bunch of books, a bunch of research books, or yeah. And I think public library is a much more dynamic place than that, and that's what I wish people knew.
That it's so much more than books. A lot of people who come into our library are looking for something, and it's not necessarily a book. It's help with applying to a job. It is help with filling out a restraining order application, or they're about to be evicted, or they need to evict someone. And the resources that we have available for pretty much any stage of your life, from I'm trying to get my baby to sleep and he won't, to I'm trying to figure out retirement, we've got everything there for you.
I wish they knew just how eager we are to help. We have a lot of libraries, mine included. We have these signs or these buttons that say, please interrupt me, I want to help you. It's kind of like customer service where we are there for the patrons.
I wish they knew how many free resources they have at their fingertips. With our library, we have a thing called Gale Courses, where anyone, whether it's a teenager or an adult, could take a free 6-week course and get a certificate at the end. It's just one of several resources that we have like that I wish that people who are either trying to buff their resume, build those skills, bridge, maybe a summer between grades and not lose skills and keep studying would utilize.
I think that people really underestimate the resources and how willing most libraries are to work with you. It depends heavily on the size and their budget, but obviously it's part of the community and they really want to have an outreach if possible.
I think people have a very old-fashioned idea of libraries and librarians without realizing that we're actually a very dynamic group of people, and that libraries themselves are very dynamic places of community. So most people just think books, which is true, but I don't think that people understand that we're really the nexus of communities.
Visit audible.com/arrows.
What did you think of that video? Did you know about any of that stuff?
Some of them
Some
I
of
didn't know.
Some
Some of
of
them
it,
I
yeah.
didn't know.
Yeah.
Like helping with job applications and things like that. I didn't know they could help.
No, didn't know that.
Yeah.
But the programs they have, and that, like for kids and that, I knew about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's most. I think majority of public libraries have very kid-based
Yeah,
things.
programs, certain times of the
Certain
day,
time,
isn't it?
yeah, the storytelling and all that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go on to the next slide. What is accessible at a library? So this is just like generalized. There's obviously some libraries that have more or less stuff. This is just a generalization. So they've got obviously books, magazines, newspapers, reports, maps, music, different type of games. You have access to computers, printers, access to the internet, so you can check your emails or social media messages, anything like that. Sometimes you'll get a cafe outside a library, so it's, most of the time you can't bring food or drink into the library, but there's still a spot, outside there where you can do that if you want to. There's usually information about a community, local events, guides, and help brochures, mostly with just public libraries. Then they have scheduled events catered to different audiences, like you said. They usually have with public libraries or even academic libraries. They would have story time for children, and some libraries have a children's area, so they'll have like toys and like children's books and all that. And sometimes they'll have function rooms as well. You can hire for free, obviously, but you just need to schedule it. These are the most common uses of a library. Either to borrow a book in person or digitally, to study, to apply for jobs or check the status of a job, to have a virtual or in-person meeting, to do paperwork or to print off paperwork, to read, obviously, to learn new hobbies, simply just to relax and enjoy a quiet setting, or to take the kids out of the house. Okay, so this is another video, it's a lot shorter. These are just features of a digital library, because many people don't know about the digital aspect that has been adapted now into libraries, so just play it. This one you'll have to read though. You probably didn't know some of that too, I'm guessing, or
Digital, how far are they going digital?
So it's like, think of it like how you borrow at a library, but it's digitally, so you can look at it through any device with internet, basically.
USBs too? They don't have
No,
USBs?
so
So discs?
Yes, they do have discs like there, but not digitally. Like it depends. Yeah, every library is different, but they'll have, yeah, you can borrow music and stuff like that. It depends on what the library uses, like their apps and their websites and all that. But it's, yeah, I mean, and older material where it isn't already made digitally, they'll actually scan it to preserve, because you know they a lot of old stuff that's, you know, kept at libraries to preserve it. But if you're looking at it digitally, you know, you're not touching it, you don't have to worry about it getting damaged or anything like that. So this way it's a lot better.
So it's like that, okay.
Yeah.
Replacing the original.
Yeah, as well as
books and that with
preserving,
digital.
Yeah, and also newer material like books and stuff, they automatically just come digitally now as well. Not everything, but popular books and stuff. Yeah. So this is just a quick guide. Yeah, how to borrow an item. So you can borrow anything at a library if it isn't already on loan, and their self-loan stations are very easy to use. So most of the time you don't actually have to go up to a counter anymore and, you know, wait for a librarian to help you. There's like a big screen, and it's, you know, very big, very easy to use. You just scan your library card and then scan the books that you want or whatever you're borrowing.
Search for them.
Yeah. Or yes, they also have like most of the time little computers where you can, like, it has their catalogue on there and you can just search what you want as well. You can make an online account using your library card, which allows you to access your current and past loans or to extend a loan. Your library's catalogue will be seen through their website or app as well. So if you've got a library card, your that library will have a website, and you just, if you don't already have an account, make an account and put your library card in there. You can see all the details of what you've borrowed and whatnot. It may also prompt similar items that you've borrowed before to help you figure out what to borrow next. So if you're a bit puzzled and you're not sure what to, you want to borrow something you're not sure, it'll actually help you figure that out as well based
On
on
the same topic.
yeah, based on what you've previously looked at. This is about digital loans, like the video we just saw. So as well as borrowing material by stepping into a library, you can also borrow things without leaving the house. This said, not all items you may need will come in this format. Libraries use one or more apps designed for them to enter what is available, where people just log in using their library card, and from there they can borrow digital content. Much like a library's website or app, you can see what you can loan, extend your loans, and have a wish list. This is about digital apps. So there's a few examples of popular apps libraries here in Australia use, which is done through Overdrive. So Overdrive own those 3 apps under that one company. So Libby's, for general use, it's a pretty popular app. It's got just a variety of everything. It's not sort of specific to any, like the next one, for example, is for academic purposes. Libby's just general use. It includes ebooks, audiobooks, and magazines. You can also read through Kindle if you want. So if you've got a Kindle account, you can link it to your Libby account, and then you can also download content so you can read it offline. So if you wanted to, for example, take your laptop, on the train or something, and you don't have access to internet, if you prior to going download it, then you can just read it on the way through when you're in the train. So Sora is for academic purposes. It's to cater to students and those wanting to organise their studies. That they have ebooks, audiobooks. You can see your reading stats as well. You can also put notes and highlight words in the books. So it's very good for if you're studying. Canopy is
movies for free.
Yeah, they stream movies for free. So it's not as it's not like the other 2 where you have to like literally learn them. It literally looks the same as a paid streaming service. So most people will be familiar with it. If you use them, then you'll find it quite easy. You can stream stuff through Canopy through your TV if your TV contains that app. If not, you can use it through most of your other devices like your phone, laptop, computer. So have either of you ever borrowed anything digitally?
No.
No. And this is just a few reasons why you should read. Reading is healthy for a number of reasons. Your brain is a muscle that needs exercising just like the muscles in the rest of your body. The more you use your brain, the smarter you'll be, in theory. Reading can relax you and be a good way to zone out your everyday life and help you gather yourself. I'll ask you, when is the last time you read a book?
Oh my God. I can't even
Oh,
remember.
very recent for
You
myself.
read?
Yeah.
I don't. I don't have the
reading.
time.
And I'm assuming you own the book or you
Yeah, no, actually, a woman, one of the clients at work, she writes books, she gave me a book to read.
Oh,
I sort of got
I
for a
don't
quarter
know.
of the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the summary of the presentation. Just throwing down a few pointers. So basically, the point of the presentation was to try and get you, I guess, to support your local library by using their services when you need to. Library facilities are easy and fast to use. There are endless reasons to use a library and endless things to do and learn. Reading is healthy because it stimulates your brain, and there are more than just books now that you know. So I'll ask you, knowing what you know now about libraries, do you think you'll be more inclined to go to a library or
Yes.
need one, or?
Yeah, more like to go there.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's more to it than
More
just a
to
book.
it
We
than
know
books,
that,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
just the time in doing it.
Mm.
But we'll have to get together one day and do it. Got to have
Yeah.
time.
Mm.
Just working all the time, it's just hard. But yeah, it's an incentive.
Definitely.
They sound
Yeah.
more,
Mm.
perhaps, I should word it then, do they sound more appealing to you
Yeah.
than they would
Mm.
prior to this presentation?
Definitely.
Okay,
Yeah, we know more about it now.
that's good. Do you have any questions?
Maybe.
No. No, you covered
Or
it.
anything to add?
No.
Mm.
No?
Can't think of anything.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you call them? The books, e-books. Isn't it?
E-books. Yeah, that just means electronic books.
Yeah, just what
Digital.
Barb likes.
Mm.
Yeah,
She can
It's
have
like-
Oh, there's
access to
probably
it.
audio books.
audio books. I think it's the audio.
Yeah.
It reads
So
to
you
you.
get ones that
Yeah.
read to you, and then you get ones where you can actually just read it on there. Sometimes you can underline it and all this as well.
Because there are companies that do just that, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, well, it depends whoever's publishing it, how they publish it, basically. But a lot of the popular books and stuff, they come audio, digital, and then also physically as well.
Yeah, I didn't realise they had it at the libraries. So,
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
point that out
those-
to her.
If you have a library card, then
She's closer to
Well,
going.
you can sign up online as well and then get the library card delivered.
Yeah.
And then sign up for look on their website and see what's available.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just the resources what I used.
On
The videos
YouTube,
and the
yeah.
information I found.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a feedback form if you don't mind
Yeah.
filling it out.